Folks, I hope you're enjoying our banter here, but I think we should have a set very soon. And it's actually, by soon, I mean now, we're going to have Karu versus McFunny. Karu coming off of a unfortunate loss there in winners semis. But McFunny here, I believe on a pretty long losers run. He's been winning for a while. I know I watched his qualifier match versus Lightning Cam in pools, I want to say. And so he's been here for a fat minute. Production, how many sets in a row has McFunny lost in losers?
1 in losers.
No, he's won more than that losers.
Yeah, but yeah, in the meantime, I think we're, at least me, who's not as familiar with this matchup, learning a lot about the interaction. Oh, big down smash. But as I was saying, learning a lot about the interactions between the projectile moves, because that is so important in a matchup like this where both characters are just going to, you know, kind of throw their things across the stage.
Has it been 4 sets in losers? Whatever it was, it's a very long losers run here. Three sets in losers.
Ooh, there's a really good string there coming out from Karu, who is now, you know, feeling a lot more free to express himself, I think, compared to what we saw in that last set. And already, you know, it's gone pretty, you know, back and forth on this stock, but that full stock advantage being lapped in percent almost. And Karu is very content to be trading that damage. Let's just say and finding a back air.
Yeah, I think Belmont, maybe Karu, definitely Belmont does better in these matchups where they actually do have some time to take some tempo. Ooh. And
that was a really good grab on that flame because I believe McFunny would have taken so much percent in that.
6 sets in losers for McFunny, by the way. So I'm sure that he is feeling exhausted right now. And Karu, not the sort of character, but to beat Karu, as we kind of saw there, you have to keep the foot on the gas pedal, get it in on Belmont, exploit their relatively lackluster up-close options. But if you're playing slow, I'm not necessarily saying McFunny's playing slow, but if you're playing a bit tired, a bit reserved, Karu's going to make you pay because the projectile game is so strong, and while also being quite lethal in the ledge traps and edge guards. So it's not good this game 1. It's basically over.
Yeah, I mean the percentages are just way too high, and a character like Wii Fit is probably, you know, not as explosive, you know, not as many options, especially against someone like Belmont, where Karu is just going to be very content to kind of, you know, sit back, play it safe. Although they're down smash sitting at an awkward angle and finding a couple moves here, but it's just, if it doesn't result in the stock, then, you know, it's pretty devastating, I would say.
Yeah, and Wii Fit Trainer, nothing special on their edge guarding. They tend to usually just like shoot a bowling ball, shoot a soccer ball off stage.
A little concussion
and,
protocol coming out, slamming the bowling ball with your
doesn't
head.
have the best tools to exploit Belmont disadvantage state. And meanwhile, probably should have thrown that a bit earlier. But yeah, I mean, maybe if McFunny can pull out something crazy with take the stock and then pull something out with like
down air,
deep breathing.
Yeah.
Down air, or I know there's some crazy deep breathing combos, but
I mean, yeah, 168. I do not. I think one of the things you're thinking of right now is what is going to be the adaptation for Game 2. I think there's a little bit of a side note. I'm pretty sure we've seen what 4, 7. That was our 8th game I've seen on stream. I think every single one of them was PS2. Am I wrong? I think
yeah.
And look, they're going back to it once again. There's a lot of adaptations to be had in this game. And the stage is not one of those things.
It's one of those stereotypes about Smashers that just definitely is true. Unless you're in a matchup where stages really matter, they just want to go to PS2. Smashers don't want to win because of like the stage is slightly better. They want to win off of adaptation. They want to win because actually think about what's happening within the game. And like maybe the stage will matter a little bit, but it might even hurt you. And like just PS2 is a big enough stage and has a normal enough layout that it gives you the tools to outplay your opponent anyway. So or you can call them lazy if you want to.
Yeah.
It really
I'm not
depends on
trying
your
to do all that
perspective.
counter big.
Yeah.
Don't want to waste any time with deliberation, making the stream go a lot faster. Especially, I mean, when you think of crew battles, which is what, you know, our regular viewers would be used to watching on this channel, is you know, a lot of deliberation for
exactly. Yeah.
Like whoa! I mean, wow. The angle that the fire gets sent at is just really funny as how far it goes, and a lot of whiffs being had on both sides there. And
yeah, I just don't know if I've seen anything like. McFunny's been keeping it competitive, but I don't know if I've seen like, anything to make me afraid so far. And that's no disrespect necessarily, but like I know That's
Okay,
good. That's
okay.
Good. That's good. That's good. That's the sort of thing you need. The deep breathing down smash going to take it at 81 there. Disgusting angle on that move. And yeah, looking good here. I think Karu probably still has had the advantage in ledge traps here, but just that early kill gonna make it look a lot more even than it was a moment ago. And that's a good find there with the Nair up air.
Oh, wow. Really good grab there coming out. I like the down air as well. You know, it looks like McFlurry, or McFunny.
McFlurry.
Geez, sorry. It looks like McFunny.
What?
I'm a little bit hungry right now, guys. Sorry. McFunny had a good string going, but Karu, you know, always managed to break the momentum before it seems it's going to go too much.
Yeah, it's looking interesting here. No deep breathing. Gonna be able to find it there on the top left zone, but trying to get around some of the projectiles and air dodging right into this into Richter's whip.
Yeah, I think I've seen a few of those air dodges come out, which, you know, have not been punished thus far, but it's not something that, you know, Karu is, you know, not going to notice a few times. I like that setup, it's not quite working.
Just barely avoiding the deep breathing up smash there. That definitely would have taken the stock, and Karu lives to see another few interactions. Good looking to get as much extra credit as possible to make it look promising near the end of game 2. Probably not too many raw kills here from Weefit quite yet. If they can get one of those cute down smashes again, then that would be great.
Ooh, and that's the jab.
There it is. Yeah. Catching Karu's mash out just a little bit. I think they might have been able to get out of it. Double roll to stall out the Angel Platform invincibility. Not quite getting the second hit of the Nair. That would have been big damage there for McFunny. So very good find there. And yep, that's the double Nair that we were talking about. And now it's about even percents. Karu able to get the get off me tool. Really?
Really, indeed. That is going to be an amazing find for Karu there from, you know, McFunny really did a great job, you know, working their way back into the game, but just wasn't enough. When you can find something explosive, that's 2 stocks that Karu found seemingly out of nowhere with smash attacks through the fire.
I saw Karu, I saw McFunny shaking his head at that last fight because it felt like this could go anywhere, and then just immediately, it's like I really just lost like such a a competitive looking game to down B into up smash at 80, and like I mean, those are the character gimmicks that Smash Ultimate's known for. Is you have to know what to look out for on like 80+ characters. And some of them, it's just these specific little things. Not quite getting the grab there, just a little bit too low. Might have been DI there, SDI there from McFunny. And another promising start here for Karu. Not much has happened quite yet, of course, but this is the same thing I was talking about with the Beniki versus Beast Mode Paul, where when you're down 2-0, you really want to get you really want to start well in game 3, of course, because you have to show that you actually are changing the tempo, you are making adaptations that can keep you within the grasp of the set.
Yeah, and I don't think the alarm bells are going on McFunny as much as we saw in the other previous sets, just because of how close that last game was. And the fact that Karu also really needed those early KOs to make it interesting, to get that win. I think McFunny's gonna feel really good about, you know, how they played in the game 2, and now they just need to execute because they have absolutely no room for error.
Definitely not, especially with the character, with these sorts of characters. Gonna find the up air, now enough to get deep breathing. Gonna take it with that F tilt, the leg kicking up there. Definitely not enough time to get another deep breathing.
Yeah.
What are we thinking there? But it's a good lead here for McFunny, but now he's gonna have to deal with a Belmont ledge trap. Getting hit by a stray axe here, and Karu gonna do their best with the projectile pressure. Gonna take it, neutral getting right into that holy flame. And back to even percents on the 2 stock.
Yeah, and McFunny's been looking much, much better, but, you know, Karu is a constant threat. I mean, these projectiles just so brutal. You gotta be playing perfectly the whole time, it feels like, or else something like this is going to happen. At 76% now, and still losing the stage control, getting grabbed now, and the stage presence is just brutal here.
Yeah, every time that Karu holds an advantage state, he is absolutely lethal. I don't think Weavit's true struggles to get off ledge, but you generally have to go to ledge. You don't have great reversals from the air, and Karu taking full advantage of that fact.
Oh, McFunny trying to get that down air there, which absolutely would have been his best chance, I think, but instead, the back air coming out not much long after.
that soccer ball just got absolutely like destroyed in the fire. Like that'll never get kicked again.
Yeah.
But
you kick the ball over the fence, you know. It's like
Karu just about lapping in percent there.
Ooh.
Interesting setup. That's going to take it.
No way.
That's the sort of thing. That's the sort of thing that you do in the lab, at like in the training mode at 3 a.m. and you're like, maybe I'll hit this in bracket. It's fun. But to take the set is a great find.
Take the set in top 8 of a tournament as large as this one.
Yeah, on a player as good as McFunny. That's you aren't hitting that on like your little Timmy on Elite Smash. You just hit that on one of the best players in Orlando.
Yeah.
So quite impressive stuff. With that, I believe we are going to be shifting very quickly over to the other losers quarter set, which is going to be Vaniki Shane.
Yeah.
That's going to be a really fun set.
Yeah.